In order to use the parametric method, it's required that we show that there's a standard measure of price in the marketplace. There are several ways to do this. The first is to provide a commodity spot price. This is appropriate for commodities whose pricing is set by the open market, such as raw materials. Comparable market prices is appropriate if there isn't necessarily a commodities market, but there is an active commercial marketplace that provides information on dollars per unit. The third option is actuals from a similar internal project. If your company has collected actuals that aligns with the current effort, then they can be used here. Note that this refers to projects that were completed internally, not projects that were outsourced. Past outsourced projects should be used in a historical price analysis, not parametric. Lastly, if you have other methods by which you have determined the published price reasonable, you can choose other. For example purposes, I'm going to use the first option, commodity spot pricing. Regardless of which of these you choose, SpendLogic will require that you require a short description of the source used. In the next box, you're asked to provide an explanation as to why the source can be relied upon. Your objective in answering these questions is to convince an auditor that the data source you're using will result in an accurate analysis result. Next, you're required to upload documentation of the data source. Typically, this will be a screenshot. Towards the bottom of the page, SpendLogic asks some questions about the baseline pricing that is being described above. In the dollars per unit box, input the price your source data recommends. For example, if you used commodity spot pricing and the market price is $35 a pound, you would enter $35. Next, if there are non-recurring costs that should be taken into account, you can choose yes in this box and provide the amount and a further explanation. SpendLogic then asks the quantity for which the market pricing is valid. For example, if your spot price indicates that $35 a pound is valid for up to 5 pounds, you would enter 5. If the market price doesn't have a limit, just input a number that is larger than the quantity you're purchasing. Lastly, the price validity date refers to the date through which the price is valid. For spot pricing, the date would be the day the price is observed. If you are using a catalog or website that shows annual or quarterly prices, enter the last date in that period. When you're done with this page, click Next.